was to be realized at that time, who would just localize it and say only self-realization. Don't talk of God or anything, forget it. That's why he got a realization like that. But you cannot get a realization just like that. Only possession you can get. You cannot. Somebody who is an enlightened soul, such an enlightened soul doesn't take money from you. Normally, you see, people don't want to give a realization. 99% those who are really realized, they'll throw stones at you, they won't have anything to do because their experiences of human beings are horrifying. If you go and talk to them, they'll tell me, they've told me that wait for 12 years. See, mother, they will all finish you off, they'll kill you, they'll do this. It's very venturesome to deal with human beings because they're very egoistical and they will never accept. But if you take like this, like somebody who knows is a head, isn't it? And realization is not possible. It's not possible to be done by yourself. It's not possible. Because if say a candle which is not enlightened wants to get itself enlightened, the light has to be brought. It's so simple as that. But one should not feel bad about it actually. Say I don't know how to drive, somebody drove me down here, I didn't feel bad that he had to drive me down, did I? And I only know one job, I don't know many jobs I don't know how to operate bank, I don't know how to write a check, I'm hopeless in many things. I don't know how to open a can maybe, but I know how to open a kundalini. Alright, so if I know one job, why should you buy? After all, we depend on each other for everything, isn't it? So why not? If I know the job, what's the harm? And you will know too. You will know too. But it cannot be done by yourself. But actually in this, you are not obliged for anything. I just do it because I love it. It just happens. I don't do anyway. I'm just flowing. I don't know how it happens. Just it's flowing. I just love for love's sake. Just we can't believe such a person can exist. But I do really. I am like that. Sometimes you might even, some of the surgeons do feel that I'm too compassionate. And that I should be rather strict with people and things like that. So they come and tell me some wisdom about it. You see, they think I'm not so practical. But this is the most practical thing. Because I know they make mistakes because they don't know they are walking in darkness. If you're walking in darkness, if you bang at something, the only thing that you can do is to have compassion for them because they can't see, they are blind. Isn't it? How can you have any anger or temper? And moreover, I would request you not to have any misidentifications with anyone also. You have to get to your spirit. That's the main thing. If you still think of somebody, see, like the lady, I don't know, somebody might have sent her here. I don't know why she got angry. I didn't say anything to hurt her. Maybe she's possessed. I don't know why she got angry. And she just got up and just walked off saying that you are telling everything lies. Why should I tell you lies? I don't have to get anything out of it. But why it happens? Because she's not sensitive. She's not sensitive to divinity. She doesn't understand who's divine. I don't blame her. She hasn't got the sensitivity. It's a caliber. I've seen surgeries now of different varieties have come to me. Some of them are of such a caliber you can't imagine. They get into realization, they know what it is, they have the pattern just like a diamond, they get it and they get it. They're tremendous. There are some who slog behind. Some of them who get realization, but still they've gone down to all kinds. Doesn't matter. I love all of them. Yes, my child. What's it?
Supposing before realization that we've got really bad things from body choice, like supposing we were just really nasty and we gave everybody cancer effects. After realization.
He's a surgeon?
In the process.
Huh? So what is he talking about?
Well, I'm just saying, would the effects of our karma, would it go away, or would we still get it, and also our realization?
What did he say there?
He's saying, Mother, if before realisation we were such a horrible person that we gave cancer to everybody we met, or something like this, after realisation, does the effects of that get taken away, or what happens?
Yeah, I know it. So many things have happened. We had somebody in Brighton, you remember, he's here now, I think, who was drunk when he came in. He was very angry with me, you see, to begin with. He said, how can I get rid of this stuff? I can't believe you and all that. He's alright, perfectly alright. His change is so beautiful, you can't. Is he there?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, God bless you. He's so sweet now. The other day he came to see me. I said, look at that. He's so sweet. He was a very sweet man. But something had put him up, made him upset, you see, that he'd become alcoholic. It's alright. And the compassion can only make you understand this. That there's a reason for this. He is a very sweet person. Very sweet person, no doubt. But something had gone wrong with him. It's alright. So this happened. It's true. Surgeries realize some, of course, I must say, both. Little bit. Doesn't matter. They'll come. All of them will come. I'm sure. Everyone is made for it. Actually, the divine is anxious to give you realization. Much more anxious than you are. If there were 1,000 people today, I would have given them realization better. But very few people take to reality. You see now, that Guru Maharaj Ji, thousands are like mad after him, isn't it? But he's given nothing to them, poor things. But for reality, there are very few. Like the other day, somebody asked me a question, Mother, why don't you do it to everyone? I said, where are they, everyone? They are busy. Where are they? In this Brighton, how many there are? How many are here? Alright? That's the problem. It takes time for people to love reality. It takes time. It's such a beautiful thing. And even they get realized, then they drop out. See? That, oh, I'm alright now, I'm alright. After 1 year they'll appear. That's not the way. You have to master this art. Absolutely master it. It is all free. Absolutely free. Now, they are all sitting down here, they can say that.
Could you talk a bit more about self-realization and what's necessary to enhance that?
Yes. I will be in my next lecture, one by one. Now I'm talking the left side, the right side, and then the center, and then also, of course, about the spirit. Definitely, 100 times. That's what I have to do. But gradually I have to build you up. Alright? I will, definitely. You won't believe. I think I've given 500 lectures already in London, at least. And it doesn't end. Every time they say, last time I spoke, they said, Mother, it was absolutely a new dimension you talked about. I don't know. Kerry told me first time he touched his vibration so much with my lecture, I don't know what I touched it. So, yes, it's surprising. He's from Australia. Australians, doing well. Very fast work. So, all the questions are over now. Should we have it?
What of karma?
Huh?
What they call karma?
Karmas.
Yeah.
Karmas are when you do any work or anything with your right side action, then the effects of that accumulate within you as an ego. because you think you are doing it. Actually, we don't do anything substantial. What we do is a dead work. Like as I said, we make a chair out of a dead tree. That's all we do. What work we do is an idea we have. We are doing work. What work are you doing? Can you convert this into a fruit? We can't even put fragrance into it. So this myth, you see, works as ego in us, as shown here, which I will be speaking tomorrow about. All right. And this is what is that we think we are doing this work, that work, and this ego thinks that if you have done bad work or good work, we have to suffer. You see, a tiger doesn't feel that way. If tiger has to eat, it must kill. It kills the animal, eats it, finished. It doesn't sit down and sulk, oh God, I should not have I should become vegetarian. It doesn't accumulate any karmas in it, alright? But we human beings do. Why? Because we are closed. We are closed. See here, we are closed. They are open. Whatever they do, they are not bothered. But we are bothered about what we do because we think we do. And when, as I said, the center is opened out, he sucks our karmas. And the so-called karmas are nothing but sins, you see. In a biblical language, we can call it a sin, you see. And they are all sucked by this powerful deity of Christ awakened within us. And you get beyond it because it is the ego that does the karma. Your ego is finished. Whether the karma, they are finished too. Then you don't say, I did it. What you will say, Mother, it's not working out. It's not going out. Now what is this it? It becomes a third person. It's flowing. The vibration is not coming. You see, you don't say, I am doing this realization. I am raising the Buddha. They don't say so. They say, it's not rising. You become a third person. That third person is the spirit. Where you do not say that I should do it. Even if it's your son, you'll say, Mother, it's better that he gets realization. Alright, you see, try. No, it doesn't work out. Alright, then should I give a certificate? He said, how can you give certificate, Mother? How can the Kundalini have not risen? Everyone knows. See, it's whether it's your father, mother, sister, anyone. If they are not realized, they know they are not realized, so what? They just know. This granddaughter of mine, who's here now, she's born realized, and she was hardly about 5 years of age, I think, when they went to Ladakh. And there was one Lama sitting with his shaved head and all that way. Everybody was touching his feet. And the parents also not realized, my daughter not realized, so she also touched his feet. She couldn't bear it anymore now. It was too much for her. So he was sitting in a higher hillock. She went, put her hands back and looked at him. She turned him. He said, what do you mean by asking everybody to touch your feet? You're not even a realized soul. By wearing this dress of yours and shaving your head, you think you can ask people to touch your feet? Little child of 5 years. Yes, they understand. We had once a program in India when they invited me as a chief guest and for this Raman Maharshi, who was a realized soul. And one gentleman from Ramakrishna Ashram, the head of that, was sitting with his big orange robe, see, sitting there. And my another granddaughter, she was sitting in the front row. She couldn't bear him anymore, so she shouted from there, Mother, the one who is wearing a maxi there, grandmother, please ask him to get out, he's giving heat to all of us. There were many Sahajis who were feeling the heat for the fellow, and he thinks he's a very spiritual man. So she just stood up, she said, ask him to go, he's wearing a maxi. She didn't understand it was a robe or thing. Even children know who are realized souls and who are not, if they are born to realize. There are many children who are born to realize these things. The time of judgment, this is the time of judgment. Of course, about this I'll tell you later.
You mind if I persist and have a question?
It's alright, I don't mind. But what happens if you ask too many questions, sometimes it becomes mental activity and may delay your realization sometimes. So I would advise you,
Okay,
if it is not so important, better keep it out. Because you see, answering the question is only on mental level. I'm talking something much beyond. See, so it is something logically. If you have understood me, all right, let's have it. If it will work out, work out. If it will not work out, doesn't matter. I'm here for 3-4 days, and we are going to work it out. All right. So it's better to keep your mind at rest. Tell the mind, you have asked many questions before, you have thought of many things. Now the time for you to receive the blessings of your own. Alright? If you tell your mind, it will rest. It's a wonderful thing, mind is. If the mind knows what you want, and if it is the reality, it supports you and helps you very much. The same mind which can go astray. See, it's like sometimes I like a donkey. Like Christ used donkey just to suggest the mind that if you allow it to go astray, it will take you to all kinds of things. But if you control it, it takes you very, very well. So just make him keep quiet. It's better to keep quiet at mind level. And that's why I answered your questions, because later on when the Kundalini is rising, at that time the mind should not stand up, isn't it, to say that I haven't asked this question. That's why, just to soothe it. There's no need, but just to soothe it down, I guess. Alright? So best thing is to get your realization is the best thing. Otherwise this mind is quite a disturbing stuff. It can come at the right time when you are going to achieve your last breakthrough. It may stop. Alright? So if you have any immediate question or by which you are really oppressed, then you must ask. But if it is not so important, just give up. Is it very important? Well, then it's all right. You can realize